Hello everyone, it's Danette from King's Own Finds. I thought I would do a video of unbagging a jewelry haul that I got at auction. I got this whole bag of necklaces and bracelets for $22.50 at auction, and I thought that we could just take a look at all the different pieces that I got in here. I haven't seen everything. So this piece is a beautiful 5-strand necklace of faux pearl and clear faceted beads. That's beautiful. And then what else did we get? This is a bracelet that doesn't seem to have a clasp that will work. Faux pearl again. And then this is very sparkly green. However, they are plastic beads, so probably not something that I will resell. And then my next find is this stone beaded necklace. Now, it is unusual stones. I'm not sure what kind they are. And that clasp looks like it might be homemade, possibly vintage. Not sure on that one. There's the clasp. And then it came out of the bag was this little, very pretty, sparkly blue rhinestones. But there is nothing on the clasp or on the back. So I think it's just your basic costume piece. And then out of the bag, I'm getting a number of pieces I need to untangle here. Let's see. This first one looks like an alphabet bracelet, charm bracelet. It's got more vintage clasp. SHEECCMYCRAD. Darcy. Well, that's a G, not a CG. Mick. Guess it's somebody's name. McKeish, maybe? McKeish? That is somebody's name. And then there is this super long silver tone chain. And the clasp has no markings on it. And then there is this piece, and I think that clasp is broken. It should be a fishhook, and it is not. Still, that's pretty. And then, oh, another silver tone chain with no markings. Some more pieces here. This one does have a vintage clasp, very definitely vintage clasp, but I believe that this might be reused clasp for a handmade piece. Still beautiful though. And then there is this almost Aurora Borealis, but they're more clear than that. More vintage clasp, I think, in my opinion. And I think that is definitely sellable for me. Let's keep going. There's definitely much more in this bag. This is a clasp with some, I I can't seem to get that to work. There we go. Another faux pearl necklace. These ones have some sheen to them. These pearls definitely sheen. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Very beautiful. And then a amethyst stoned necklace. There's a knot here in the middle that I will undo so we can see the full length of the necklace. It's quite long. Just wear over your head. And then, oh, this is pretty. This is a agate stone necklace, silver tone. There do not seem to be any markings. Oh, there is. And it says, can you see that? It says Korea, I believe. No, it says 9.5. And then on the other side, it says Korea. And then the blue agate stone seems to be in good shape, no chips. That is very pretty. And then there is a pendant. I bet this little angel goes with one of those chains that we saw earlier. I like her halo. Not sure what she's carrying in her hand. Looks like a little cat, actually. That's very cute. And then, let's see what else we get out. Very large chunk here that's all mixed up together, so be patient while I go through all this. It's a very pretty bracelet. Doesn't seem to have any markings on it. It's probably a little more modern. A sparkly necklace. I do love sparkles. Don't know if that's coming across very well on video. With a hopefully vintage clasp, so hopefully that is vintage and not one of the more modern ones. Does look a little vintage to my eyes. And then gold tone. There are no markings on the clasp. It's not a marking, that's just scratches. Still, that seems to be good quality. And then there is another fish hook that is tangled up here. This looks like a pink pearl, faux pearl. And the clasp is your basic clasp. It's hand knotted, which is one of the pieces of quality you're looking for when you're handling faux pearls. Excuse me. Here is another fish hook clasp and clear round beads. Isn't that interesting? Look at their iridescence. Can you see that? Then this is like vegan leather string with a stone pendant that looks to have been broken. Looks like that's a rough edge. It's not polished. So I don't think I'll be able to resell that. Oh, this is very interesting. Look, it has a crab on it, and it has that piece that to make sure it doesn't fall off your wrist if the clasp breaks. And that looks like a fisherman. That's a fish, I think. And a anchor and a sailboat. And that says Provence on it. Another anchor and the crab. We're back to the crab. So I hope you like that. And I have a bit more stuff coming here. Here's another angel. Looks to be the exact same. Oh, no. Let's see, let's compare the two. Yep, the same. And then we have puka shells. Haven't seen one of these in a while. Maybe they're not puka shells, it's just stone chips. Yes, stone chips. The twist off clasp. I never like these twist offs. They always feel like they kind of twist the necklace a bit too much. And then, oh, ceramic flower pendant. Isn't that beautiful? Those are irises. And on a gold tone chain. Does the chain have any markings? Not that I can see, but it's in good shape. No chips. That's beautiful. And then a turquoise blue crystal pendant on a silver tone chain. And there are no markings. Oh wait, do we see that? Can we see that? Nope, that's just some scratches, not an actual mark. And then we have this very vintage pearls with a broken clasp. Oh, that's too bad. Those are beautiful. Next we have a piece of jasper, maybe? Might be. It's the color of jade, but I don't think it is. Look at how strong that cage it's holding it in is. Definitely handmade on a silver tone chain. Quite long one. And that's very pretty. And then we have a cat. Nope, a frog. Look at that little frog on a chain. And there don't seem to be any markings. Oh, wait, look at that. Is there something on there? Let's see, it says, I can't read it. I'll have to get my loop out to figure that one out. And just a few more pieces. Here is a 4-leaf clover pendant with that stone from BC. It's called, can't remember what it's called, but it definitely comes from BC. I'm actually wearing a pair of those earrings right now. And then a stone. Nope, I think that's plastic. I think that's plastic. And then another set of faux pearls. They look to be hand knotted with knots in between. Do they have a workable clasp? No, they don't, but that one might actually be repairable. Look at how pretty that clasp is. The hearts, very pretty. And then next, I have a few bits and pieces. We have another angel pendant. I guess that's a Cupid kind of pendant. A heart stone, some kind of stone that I don't know. And blue beads and hand knotted again. Look, there's knots in between each one. And I don't know if you can see, but there are gold flecks. I think these are lapis lazuli beads. Aren't they beautiful? That is a whole strand. Probably about 30 inches total. All the way around. And then we have another agate. Oh, this one's got on a gold tone chain with no markings on the clasp. but if I saw it, I think I saw, yeah, there's a chip. There's a flaw there. And I believe this is, oh, we have 2 more pieces, not just one. First is this broken gold tone. Oh, it's not broken. It is broken. This clasp is broken. And last, but certainly not least, are these vintage faux pearls. They are strung very close together, and there's the clasp. And it just hooks onto there. Very pretty, but it's for a very small neck. And that's everything that we have for the jewelry. Let me give you a quick overview. Oh, I missed a piece, a snowflake crystal. But I believe it's plastic and not glass. So not actually crystal, just refracts like it is. Thank you for hanging out with me while I unbox some jewelry, or unbagged it, I guess. Please come see us at our market in Red Deer on October 18th and 19th. Have a great week.